difficult if he spends a really long time on the sidelines.
We have some of those Jamaican athletes out there. It's just a matter of collectively putting it all together.
I think
best to work that ball free, but Martinez is there. Coniel with a little touch trying to spring it for Gallardo, but it was Edwards stepping in to
really plugging holes, and that also shows how comfortable Gonzalo Peralta is in the back, really covering those spaces with his speed we saw down in Harborview.
Niel trying to spring Luciano Emilio up the left side, top of the box, nice little heel look, looking for the overlapping run from Fred, but it doesn't get through.
Nice little break right there by DC United. We see that Luciano Emilio doesn't have the greatest. Two starters, very dangerous throughout the first half, the first 60 minutes before both substitutions were made.
You know Harborview fans can't be happy about that, not to mention the Jamaican Football Federation. Peralta steps in to win that one, trying to serve it back forward for Luciano Emilio. And there's Edwards relieving Sims. First time back inside. Gallardo trying to hold it there. Harborview step in to win possession. Edwards slipping it forward. Harborview will look for the quick counterattack, try and use that pace and athleticism to get forward. Up the right side here for Palmer. Touches it back inside. Peralta was in there to tangle up and get the ball to pop loose here for DC United, trying to force one up the middle through Franco Niel. To it. Edwards switching it through the middle with Stewart. A bit of pressure there from DC United. And back for Richard Edwards.
Good immediate pressure by the front two at DC United.
Ball served in toward the penalty spot and actually won there, and that's one of those little...
Fabian Taylor doing a good job just getting his head to the... just holding that midfield stride, really playing with danger. It's lucky that DC United couldn't take advantage of it.
I was just going to say, as Edwards makes it up the right side, Brian, you probably of all people know what a double is. All the way back for Miller. That'll allow DC to find their shape defensively. Amoff heads that one forward. Out wide again.
Touch, looking to combine with Franco Niel and Luciano Emilio.
Going back to what you were saying, Brian, and it almost seems like DC United can morph back in 3-5-2 when you have a player like Martinez that can slip in and play right behind or right next to Clyde Sims. All of a sudden you've got 5 midfielders. Shot
board that he's going to be thinking about putting your name up on it.
DC winning it for just a moment. Here's Edwards, long distance shot, and a good 5 yards over the top of the crossbar. It's really been the extent of duty that Zach Wells has been called in tonight, coming out off his line to get a couple of crosses and looking at several shots that pretty much look like this, 3 or 4 yards up over the top of the crossbar.
Edwards doing a good job all night, really winning balls in the midfield, trying to turn over. He's been the one solid player for Harborview today. Down in Jamaica, it's a different story. It's a little bit more difficult. A lot of debuts for a lot of different players. But today, it's been DC United all the way through.
Edwards plays it out to the right side.